Hello, so welcome back to porting Rescatux to Debian Stretch, episode 4. So let's see what we were doing. So first of all, I've managed to make a patch so that I can use the AMD64 kernel with AMD64 architecture as a kernel flavor, and well, it works. So the patch is around here and under the foreign architecture support quick test branch, and what I have done is to manage to create a new variable which is lb package Linux flavors, which is going to be the original Linux flavors with the colon AMD64. And so what it used to be the Linux flavors is going to be that same thing without the AMD64 part, without the architecture part. So later on there's a place where you install Linux image inside the th root, and so you need to specify the exact packages that you want to install. So you want to specify the Linux image AMD64 colon AMD64, and this is why I use here the lb package Linux flavors. And this is very important. Once you have run the set the defaults.sh, and so finally, if you stream start to listen to my explanation. So the important thing here is that once you have set up your variables in defaults.sh, these variables get saved into a config file which is later sourced, with this later consumed. So if I didn't save here the package Linux flavors, I found out that lb Linux flavors was written down with my filtered. So here I have the Linux lb Linux flavors lb Linux flavors without the colon AMD64. So this was written into the Linux config, and the next time that the Linux config and defaults.sh was run, I did not have anymore the colon AMD64 string in the packages. So what I'm doing in order to fix that is I save this variable package Linux flavors, and in the defaults.sh part, so I only set up the package Linux flavors if it does not exist. So it only setups it the first time, okay? And that way I only modify 3 files in order for this patch to work. So I have a problem have many problems, okay? But there is a problem that I do not like too much, which is the group one about having several kernels. So let me check. So this is the 61 61 beta 2, which is ISO, which is the last one that I have built. So as you can see, this is Grub. I'm going to show you. So I press C and there's something here. There's the console, and I press escape and I'm here. So there's this thing about the theme being white, so I don't see the current selected entry. And if I go down, I don't see the selected entry, but I see the original one, which is live system auto detect. So originally in Rescatux I had the three entries. I had the auto detect, the MED64 entry, and the 686 entry, and this is no more happening. Okay, so I'm going to show you what's this what was this about. So if I open here, so instead of mounting the ISO, so if I check a mounted system, the medium one, so I can go into live mount medium, and I can take a look at boot group CFG in order to see what the hell is here. So as you can see here, there's this auto detect if MED64 is supported entry. So you've got the CPU auto detect, and that's it, the fail-safe mode. But there's nothing about the MED64 or 686 single entry, so that the final user, if he wants, can use it. So that's what I'm going to take a look. Why is it like that? And I will try to fix it in order to so that it's fixed upstream. Okay, so let's check source code. So let me see where the hell. Okay, so this is the scripts build part. So what we want to check is the binary loopback CFG, because it's the one which it's going to build, which is the one which is going to build the group.cfg file. So I'm going to check if this was like this back in the day, or if I'm missing something. So as you can see here, there's this entry about, let's do this bigger. Yes, if they get accepted. I already opened the book, so okay. What is standard deviation? Okay, this is an spammer report. Okay, so this is okay, so let's see. So this is reading Linux flavors, and if it's either MED64 or 686, it increases the number, and if the number is 2, then you've got this grub life auto detect entry, or if it's not, you've got the usual grub leaf entry. And finally there's the life save, with which I think it's using the auto one. And finally there's this thing, which I think this code should generate the rest of the stuff. So you've got count to 0, you search for VM Linux asterisk, and then you just have to add grub leaf entry. That doesn't make sense. Why isn't it generating the right grub.cfg then? So grub menu entry, which is menu entry. There's something I'm missing here, because either the binary loopback CFG is not being used, but it should, or let's see, binary group 2 or something like that. Binary group BC, which is the so binary group BC should only it's just does its stuff, and somewhere it says that it depends on the loopback CFG. So maybe there's a problem about boot VM Linux not being found anymore in but if it's found here, it should be found down here too. I do not understand this. Why the hell? Why the ISO does not have this grub.cfg? It's like grub.cfg got rewritten later. That doesn't make any sense, because I'm currently checking this code and it's totally fine to me. So that's a bit. So maybe grub leaf entry. So grub leaf entry, does it grub menu entry? Yeah, so these are cats, and the grub auto detect menu entry, it's also a cat. Okay, so let me check. Maybe I can check the build directory, on the binary path. Maybe there I can. Yeah, okay, I didn't know I could check this. So the grub path is supposed to. Yeah, okay. Wait a moment, the grub path. No. Okay, so the loopback sources to grub, and the grub somehow does not have these entries. This doesn't make any sense. You can add more entries like this. I'm asking myself is this if this is something not about binary loopback CFG, but something about my own customization. But I'm not quite sure about that. Okay, let's check this again. So we've got this code which is done, which works, okay, and then we have this other code which should also work, and then out of a sudden we have this VM Linux stuff, and maybe the one about, yeah, and maybe the one, okay, here there is some set stuff which maybe it's removing more things than it should. So kernel life escape for sound, it's been replaced. I do not know. And then there's this thing about removing stuff from here. Okay, let's do some debug, because I'm not sure this is the problem, but at the same time I think this is not. So let me check the output again. One second, I want to check if this is going well. Yeah, resolution is good. So this is nice. Okay, so one second. Check this. Okay. Okay, so what I wanted to show you is my output when building this stuff. So where is it? It's here. So wait a moment. I don't know. Yeah. So this grub.cfg says you can add more entries like this. I want to know where the hell is this, because so this is the live build source code, and we're going to check inside it. What the hell does this file look around? Okay, so this is the group.cfg, share bool address group.cfg. So okay, so this is the Linux live, and this is the part where it says that you can add more entries like this. Okay, so Linux live is being replaced by Linux live. So I guess that my group live, I guess that, so group wait a moment. So Linux live, it's Linux live plus group auto detect entry and L, which this might be an enter, and this group live entry is also Linux live with more stuff. This does not make any sense. If this is supposed to work, this should be put in here some stuff. So let's make some debug. So let's first of all let's what's the name? Let's see where the hell I want to work. So I want to work in my own branch with my all my commits, and then I will cherry pick the commits I do here, and I will put them in the right branch so that I can push this into upstream. But first of all, I want to save this current branch. So this is going to be draft about draft for about, what's the name, showing kernels, show all kernels at group cfg. So now I'm confident that I can do my commits and my stuff if I want to. So let's modify some source code so that it shows us more stuff. So first of all, there's interesting stuff here which I could so I can put here debug 1, and I can output count, because if count is not greater than 1, then there's nothing to be shown here. So it's greater with count greater than 1, and if it's only 1, it doesn't say anything. Okay, so another thing I want to do is here I want to do debug 2, and I want to show what's the name, I want to show Debian Live. Wait a moment, what's the name? Linux Live. So I want to show the Linux Live variable before going down here and down the set path to see what it's going to put there, and if somehow later on is being modified and I don't see it right. You know what I mean? Okay, so I save this, and I'm going as always to what's the name? I'm going as always to wait a moment, build package. Yeah. Forgot $sign. Okay, it seems that so I don't know if I want to it seems that Nodisk C has helped me, and he says that there's dollar Linux live. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I see. So, okay, yeah. This wasn't going to work. So let's rebuild this. Yeah. Thank you, Nodisks C. So now I install the package and I run the full build, because I do not know how to build only the binary part of the build. If Daniel Bowman was around here, I will ask him, but well, he's not here. So now we're going to wait for the ISO to be built. So later on we will see how grub.cfg is being generated, and in the meanwhile I'm going to try to understand why maybe this is not working. So this should be greater than 1. So maybe this is something which I put so that once you've gotten an auto detect, I mean, this might have written by another person, so that you always have one group entry. So I might need to go into the blame stuff to see who the hell has been written here, because I don't believe that I will like to hide these other kernels. So let me check. Let me check on GitHub, which is going to be easier for me to see. So live build. So let's go into the master, which is synced to the upstream master, which is the Debian's one. And so what I want to check is scripts build binary loopback CFG, and see if there's so blame maybe. So okay, so all of this code is mine. That's interesting. Maybe I thought so if you got more than one kernel, show them below, else do not. Guess that yeah, it makes sense. but somehow this is not being added to the variable. So there's something here which I do not understand, which is why this is not being added to the variable. Now that I see, I should have put here this thing, so it doesn't show me other stuff, but I don't care. I mean, I don't think I should bother too much about this. So this is building the ISO, and we will check about this. So maybe there's the set place or something else. So Linux live, Linux advanced install, Linux install, kernel GI, init rdgi, and so on. Kernel live, init rd live, append live, put append install, put append live. There's something I'm missing here that should be obvious, but I'm not seeing here. So okay, this is building the this is building the ISO. So let's wait for this, or let's check the source code, but I'm really confident that maybe there's something about, so if you have two, put one, and if you have space dollar, then remove a space dollar. Well, this should not do anything similar. Why is it affecting all of the CFG? That's interesting. I did not know. So I guess that now you can make your custom group.cfg and other CFG files. So you can, you can put there Linux live, kernel GI, and so on, and put them in different files. So that way, yeah. Or maybe that what's the code? I used the code from Grub PC binary script. So I guess that's also what happens. So okay, so this is doing the squashfs part. So I'm going to check if YouTube complains about the stream quality, and currently it's not complaining about it. So let's check more stuff that I need to do in order to port Rescatux to Stretch. So there was this live build. So group.cfg should support 2 Linux flavors. Okay. So there's the 686 thing that and then there's the isolinux, I think I will send this again, so that it auto detects, because now in a stretch there should be the isolinux version which has this CPU Linux auto detect stuff, so we should be able to add this to what's the name, to live build. But first of all, I want to check this grub.cfg stuff. Okay. Okay, but so let's so okay, so I managed to tame my mquashfs build, and now I'm not, so the CPU is not 100%, and now you should be able to listen to me properly and to see my video properly. So I was saying that back in the day I modified isolinux. So I have this book here, which we can take a look at it and see if we can finally put this into what's the name, into Stretch. So this is Arch Auto Detection. So this is the group 2 pod, which is, this is already put. So okay, not found. Okay, this is what happens when you rebase. And this is the if CPU 64, and this is, yeah, a patch. And finally there's some commits, and this is based on Debian Next branch. So where is it? So this is the best commit that I have about this. So first of all, we make sure that we copy the if CPU 64 module into the target. And then I do the same thing that I did in the other place, which I play with the flavors, and yeah, so I add this. So we have to review this and see if it works. So okay, SquashFS is doing its job. So first of all, we are trying to understand why the MED64 and the 686 is not appearing on it's not appearing in the binary ISO. But as always, this is taking too long. This is taking too long. Okay, so let's see what more do we have to do in order to port to Stretch. So there's this thing about using LXQT, Tails Greeter. Oh, this is going to be quite difficult because I need to use a new branch in order to make this. And then there's the live build hacks. Yeah, well, this is what I'm doing right now. Port th and Rescatux Stretch, which is already done. Then feboot mgr, I will use the Stretch implementation. Linux support, it's also going to be difficult to do, and we will send to Debian. Hopefully they will accept it. And yeah, this is taking too long, but at least you don't have the so okay. Tails Greeter, live build hacks. So the Tails Greeter stuff, I'm going to search. I'm going to search for it because I have a reply from Tails Greeter and Tringrim, and what's the name? Stretch? No. Rescatux. I have a nice reply from Intringery last year. Later on, so and Intringery replied to me, but maybe not to this message, but it sure replied to me somewhere. So let me check the Tails dev. So I'm not sure I have marked the. So let me check if I managed to find it in my what's the name? In my what's the name? Yeah, so this is October 2016. Okay, so October 2016, October. So more info in this list. Archives, October 2016. So Tails Greeter. No, October 2016. Okay. So Tails Greeter. Here it is. So let's write down this URL in order to have it handy for later in so that it's easier for me to so so these are first of all IRL. We have with branch, totally changes the UI. You better base your work on that one. I'm not sure which one is the so I will have to ask about this on Tails. I don't know if Tails Dev was it in Freenode. Okay. So anyone from Tails Greeter design team? I will need on basing my design team, not theme. Okay. So there's the I think the if not construction is okay for now as traceability approach. This needs to be refactored. Sounds good enough and easy to rename later while refactoring if needed. You call obviously. Okay, so the CPU has so finally we have managed to finish. So now I can take a look at the Rescatux relic spot and build log. So I will have to reload because this is probably already opened. Yeah, reload. So there's something about group.cfg. So let's see what was the name. Which so debug2. So if I search for debug2, which is here, I should be able to check that at this point I only have, and this is one. What are you telling to me? So according to this thing, there's only one VM Linux kernel here. Is this right? Why should there be only one kernel? I mean, so this is the live build. This is the binary part, boot group. Wait a moment. Live. Okay, so here there are two. What's the name? Two kernels. So you're supposed to have two kernels also there, also here. So I'm a bit confused. Why is that? So we're going to go here and I'm going to ask for this to show me this stuff. So I'm going to do some ls-l chroot vmlin asterisk and we will see what is there and why is there only one kernel or whatever. This does not make sense. So okay, so this has been saved. So now I'm going to I'm going to build a package, and I'm going to install it, and I'm going to build once again the ISO. And while I build the ISO, I will take a look at the Tails JIT stuff to see. So according to this guy, there was the feature Rescatux whisper back. So Tails greeter whisker rise up. Well, let's check for the Tails greeter. Tails greeter. Tails greeter. So Tails greeter hit. Okay, my my repo is okay. Well, they do not want to reload. Yeah. I add it. And if I don't use the S, okay, what the hell is HSTS? HSTS. Strict HTTP strict transport security. Okay. Caution. Okay, so the repo is another one. So I guess that if I use greeter here, I will find what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. So it seems that the repo has changed and Google has not indexed it yet, and so on. So as I can see, the last release was 3 months ago from Anonym, and the first, so additional software authorization is the last branch. And well, let's check all the branches. And so what I was talking, what I have been, so what the hell, where is it? So okay, so revamp UI. This is a revamp. Revamp phase 1. Revamp phase 1 prototype. 3 years ago. But this Okay, I will have to ask. I have already asked on the Tails dev, so I will have to ask on Tails dev too, and I will have to what's the name? Resub to the Tails dev mailing list so that I can ask it. But now I'm not going to do that because I happen to be tired, so I'm not I cannot be features Jessie. Okay, there's no mockups. Spoof Mac with block neighbor stable. We see 071 071. Okay, so we are in 103. Let's see 103. What's the so 103 and whisper back. So this was my change. Added Tails persistent support and okay, so what I was doing is modifying persistence window. Okay, that's I only did that. They want to switch to user anyway. Okay, so this was Tails greeter persistence window. So Tails greeter what the hell? Okay, yeah, so Tails greeter persistence window. Persistence window is no longer there. So has persistence lock activate lock device. So maybe it's GUI. Maybe it's not persistence windows but GUI. So what the hell I was modifying here? So there were self stuff around here. Yeah, I think it's the same file sort of. So if I take a look at the specific file, and okay, let's fix let's fix this stuff about the CPU being used a lot. So 2760. So now you will be able to listen to me. So I was saying that I wanted to check this yeah, so persistence window, first written screen. Oh, I think this has been actually been rewritten because more options. Let's check if more options is no longer there. Maybe option. No. Okay, so Tails greeter config. So this is the UI. Let's check what's so there's greater setting option, region setting. Okay, and you've got three view. So text setting, keyboard setting, additional setting, admin setting, check, apply, Mac spoof, network setting. So there are a lot of classes. Persistent storage, greater settings collection. Okay, dialog add setting. So build UI. So here they are trying to build UI with admin pop over, camouflage, Mac spoof, network, entry admin password. So maybe I can just overwrite this variable for doing what I want to, which I only want the thing about the language. Okay, so there's a lot of spam in the YouTube chat. Okay, greater main window. So you init it, there's a title, then it builds the UI, it does something about the translations, and then it has more stuff. Check buttons, accelerators, header bar. So the header is on the head, on the top. So there's the shutdown. Okay, then there's the start tails. So we do not need this. And in the build UI, so it uses widget get objects, and then it uses all of these builder objects. Okay, so now you've got the box language. We would like something about local. So there's the so list box row formats, keyboard. So this is TC. This is what I need. But I don't need entry storage, passphrase, and so on. So yeah, this is going to be difficult to implement this for what I'm checking here. This is not this is not going to be easy. So admin password activate. So grab focus. Okay. Mac spoof. Okay, so this is GTK window. So return help window. Okay, I don't care about the help window. So let's see if there's something about language. Okay, refactor. Notch could grab the whole registration region settings box. So pop over toggle setting pop over. Okay, I'm not very sure how to work this. I will need some advice on how to hack this, but I think that the current 3.0 is the stable one, and then I can work over this. Sorry, 3.1, 1.0.3. Okay, how's the build going on? It's still running the make you SHFS, but that's something I need. I mean, I prefer that it takes longer, so that the stream does not go nuts with this. What I'm really happy is that I have disabled the Control R, and now there's no problem when I do Control R, so the stream does not work. So let me check this code once again, see if I understand something. So there's the setting thing, okay. So maybe each one of the boxes are agreed to a setting. And then there's the region setting, which is child from greeter setting class. Okay. So I guess that somewhere it's going to use to show the regions. So this is a pop over, okay, and somewhere search change, search, so search change activate. So these are like triggers, I guess. So activate selects the topmost item in the tree view when pressing enter. Oh, so yeah, which is 0. That makes sense. So search entry, search change. So this does a refilter and expands and so on. Okay, or it collapses. And if the row is activated, well, it gets the value from the model. Either with 0 is the code, or with 1 is the name. Okay, so the label uses the name, and that's it. So value change. So this is the format self-target. Select line, okay. Filter it, and what's this? Tree iter, search entry. Does the current mode match the search? Does the parent mode match the search? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that it filters and shows only the ones that make sense, isn't it? Yeah, so this is the filtered one. Yeah, but I do not see anywhere where you define the values. So I guess the region setting is used elsewhere in the code. So there's the text setting, keyboard setting, format settings, time zone setting. So maybe, yeah, so as you can see here, it's one of them has text keyboard formats, or TC. So this is the thing which I guess it's used as a key in order to search in a sort of database. So I guess that maybe I want to take a look at the time zone setting. So this is the greater settings collection. So okay, so each one of the things, so time zone, yeah, and later on this collection, which is the time zone one, it's used elsewhere. So self time zone, yeah, this should be used somewhere. So greater localization settings, time zone. Okay, so I guess that this yeah, I guess that this variable is the object which is here. Localization settings is an object of this class, I guess. So when you call to this, you're calling to the region setting, what's the name, class, which is this one. So with the setting ID is where you find the stuff. So the setting ID is TC, and this is using the init, which I guess is the, it's, yeah, init, but then it's using super. So the super init, so it's this one. So setting ID is setting ID. So what we need to check is where the whole setting ID is being used, and so using list setting ID, I guess that we can check where the whole values are being saved. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure, because yeah, so additional setting is the same thing, and yeah, so from raw, yeah, so I guess it's somewhere all the time zone settings and so on are taken from place, and I do not know where is it. So yeah, so this has finished to build. Yeah, great. So now I can go into the live build binary. Well, I can go into Rescatux Relix and take a look at the log. Okay, so I will check debug 2 to see. Okay, I'm here. So this is debug 0 with 2 kernels. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. So here there are 2 kernels, and they sum up 1. So my code is wrong. This is wrong. So let's understand it. So this is kernel in chroot boot VM Linux asterisk. So okay, is this my code? Is this my code? Was it like this in Grub back in the day? Let me know, because you did not know to, you did not need to count. This is the fix. But my question is, did I put this here, or was it someone that did that? So foreign architect, how do I, so live build, so let me check if this was me or not. So let's suppose, so Rescatux run here. I don't think this was used from, so commits, or maybe not commits. So what the hell, scripts build binary group, where we look back CFG. And count, let me search for count. There's no count. I do not know if this is my code or not, because yes, so this is one of the original loopback. So this had the number, and then so this is when does not contain syslinux. Okay, yeah. LB bootloaders does not contain syslinux. This was my original code, which was based around found syslinux or not. So someone has changed my code, or maybe myself, I changed the code so that it's easier to understand instead of all of this stuff. But in the meanwhile, there has been this thing about count. So let's go. So this could be fixed in one commit, but I'm going to do 2 commits. So let's quick fix this, and well, and that's it. And I will make a nice branch. So okay, so let's see if I can manage this. So what I want to do is to hit checkout everything. Okay, so I want to go into master branch. Now I want to where are the branches? So I want to create a new branch which is going to be where is it? Which is going to be showing all kernels at group CFG. Group shot kernels at going to see when more than one kernel. This is an awful branch name, but I don't care. So now I'm going to do the patch. Going to do the fix. Yeah, I want to discard. So here there is count like this. Oh my god. So save, and what I have just, yeah, wait a moment. So now shows all the kernels, even if all the kernel options. Before this patch, when you had more than 2 kernels, it only showed the auto option. Okay, let's hope this is a good commit. So here I am in this branch. So now I go into the Rescatux TMP3. Yeah, I can put this here because it's nice to do this. So I can merge this new branch. So I have 3 branches right now, which I am using. So I'm using the, maybe I could remove some of these branches which I no longer use, at least luckily, because I have so many branches which, yeah. So I think the right one was the 10 one. So yeah, distro version fix. What the hell is this? Foreign architecture. So okay, so currently I'm using the loopback CFG 686 kernel support branch. I'm using the showing all kernels, which is this new one, and I'm using the foreign architectures quick test 3 and this one. I don't know if I think I'm repeating stuff. So now if you take a look here, which is the what's this name, which is the GG, with all the commits, you can check that this branch it shows all the kernels, it has foreign architecture support, and it has the 686 support. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be building. Yeah, so what I want to do is build package. Okay, and install the package. Okay, so once I install the package, install the package, yeah, so I have already installed the package, and now I can build this, and now it should work. Nice. Now it should be nice, and it should work. Yeah. So I leave you with the build in progress, and I will come back later. So see you in 5 minutes. Okay, so now, yeah. So now it's building. This is building, and yeah. So okay. So I will have to make a patch. I mean, a book report, then I send a patch, and then another book report and send a patch for these two stuffs with the 686 and the one about normal entries here. Mostly done. So this is done and reported. Okay. So I do not know what we could do more. So maybe I can think about trying LXQT instead of LXDE. Yeah. There's the isolinux, Tails greeter. This is boring as hell because it cannot go faster. I will have to search for these machines which you can borrow, which I don't know if it's Digital Ocean or something like that. Free software development. Where was it? Something about, no. Oh, was Digital Ocean of the Digital Lab? There was something. When you maintain an open source rights as useful, okay. Build your community. Yeah, but it was developer pack student. It was something about virtual machine, free virtual machine. So free virtual machine for open source. Cloud virtual machine is available free for open source. Is it that? Open source testing. OpenShift. Okay. Was something, there was a company which, so maybe it's Droplet droplet. Something about a droplet. Go QEMU. Okay, let's see. Droplet. Let's see if it's this. Droplets. Choosing an image. Size. Adding block space. Additional option. Okay. Community. Tutorials. What the hell? Docker application PHP. So it was something about the company which let you use their servers for building in free virtual machine, free software. I'm not going to find anything about this. Okay, let's fix the stuff. So okay, so now the stream should be good. Building in free. Well, going to ask in Debian. Device. What the hell with device? Okay, I'm going to ask in Debian off topic, maybe. I remember that one or 2 years ago, a big company offered virtual machines for about a maximum of an hour, so that you could build anything on them, and that was free, as in free beer for open, so for free as in freedom projects. Does anyone know the company name? Okay, hopefully someone knows what I'm talking about in Debian off topic and can help me on this. Okay, so yeah, so we are waiting once again for this to build. We will see that everything is shown, and we will check if it works or not, and so on. And so we will manage to make a nice commit. Okay, I did not want to show that here. Okay. So there's the Tails greeter, which I don't know if it's going to be easy to hack in order to add my stuff. And there's the LXQT. And so on. So this is so boring because I'm not going to create a new temporary file to build two setups at the same time. But yeah, so maybe I'm going to leave the live build stuff aside a bit. Maybe if I can pour the isolinux, maybe I'm going to try to put LXQT so that this is more spicy. And yeah, or maybe the xchat default configuration. This is quite easy to do. Yeah, let's try to fix this while we wait for the ISO to build. So this is the Rescap program, which is yet another piece. This is another piece of the puzzle, Rescatux puzzle. So there's Rescap, and in the plugins there's the chat, and this chat, this should be easy to easy to fix. So this chat, as you can see, and building this .config chat folder, and I'm writing some stuff here in the home config chat. And if you run this, if you run Rescap as a user, and then you open chat, you're going to delete your own xchat configuration file, which should not be that such a problem. But if you have many configuration, yeah, it might be a problem. So we can fix this by using this setting that I have around here, which is, wait a moment, where is it, which is the CFG dir path. So it's the configuration one. So we just need to make a temporary folder, put there the configuration, and just reuse it. So I don't know where I could use. I mean, there's some AMQ. I guess that I have somewhere with AMQ temp, MK temp. So this is okay. Plugins but info script. I thought I had already removed this, but somehow it's no longer used. But yeah. So T, and then there's the make temp. So what's the T and D? So T is the directory and not a file. template. Template is a single file name. Okay, so mq temp. Okay, so this is a file. Yeah, so this is a file, so you need like this. Okay, so we could put chat, but we will put yeah. So what we are going to do is to what's the name? Yeah, I will just use mk temp because if I use hello, what is the sufficient number of x? What the hell? Okay, so this is, so I guess that we still need this to be like this. Okay, so now it makes sense why boot info had all the yeah, all the stuff. So what we want to do is a chat like this conf, and I'm going to use the same x as boot info just for the sake of it, and that's it. So this should do it. So I go here and I put, so I can make, I can make like that. So mkd parents, all the make temp already does the, so what I need is xchat conf dir. So this is going to be this thing, and so the xchat configuration dir has an xchat.conf file, which is the one where we put our configuration, and what we also do is to, here we add a switch. So the switch is the fhdir path, so it's the fhdir, where is it? It's like here, it's like this, and the path is, where is it? The path is this one, xchatconf dir. So xchatconf dir goes here, and I can remove this mkdir, and we are done. Okay, but I think I will leave this here and I will check if this is finally working as expected, and I will push I will push the stream. Oh my god, I will push the branch. Okay, so now let's check if the live CD is working okay or not. the virtual machine wants to start. So now we should see. That's it, my boy. So now we have the auto detect failsafe mode, the 6x6 one, and the MED64. So the other, I don't care too much about the other, so I would prefer MED64 to be first, but yeah, the first one is auto detect. So I guess that if I select MED64 here, so it's going to the MED64. So let's check this quick, or maybe I can just check the place. So the in live build boot group.cfg, so I can check the where is it? So I can check, and here we can see the auto detect entry which we had, and then we've got the fail-safe stuff which is with MED64, and then we have the yeah, so we have this 666 and MED64. So this is supposed to boot well. So we're going to check. Yeah, it works. And if you go to the terminal and you do like this, you're going to say that you're going to see that we have booted with the MED64. And if we reboot and we select the 686, we will see, so the x86, you see this is white, so you will see the 686 it's going to work here. So I maybe need to put gray background so that these letters show okay, or maybe overwrite the configuration files so that they work well. So okay, so now if I go here and check the Alex terminal and check the name, so now it's 686 and we are fine. Okay, so we are happy. So now I want to push so I want to push some stuff. So I want to push to origin the one about showing all kernels, which is typo maybe, and maybe we could improve this one because maybe this should have, so this fail-safe mode, I'm not very confident. So okay, wait a moment. And the other one, the one to push, is the TMP3 with, which is currently one that has all the stuff I'm putting here. Okay, so what I was saying, that I had some doubts, is the binary loopback CFG. If you take a look at here, so if you don't, so So this failsafe mode, which is what it's put by default, yeah, so this should show the kernels, but if you are not showing the kernels, then you should show this one. This is what you need to do, else this is showing out of nowhere and it does not make sense. Because now if you take a look at the boot, we've got the auto detect, which is a nice entry. Then we have the failsafe mode, so maybe we should have an failsafe mode for auto detect. Maybe that's what we should have about, and it will make more sense than what we have currently. But I'm not sure if I want to think about this because I had finished. So yeah, so here you've got this group leaf auto detect entry, which has all of this stuff, and then there you have the failsafe mode. So, and this one, it's with append live. So put append live file save. Okay. So maybe yeah, so this should be here inside in the else, and then we should add an failsafe here here inside, and we should do this in such a way that it's not near count 0, that so that we can have different commit. Yeah. Oh my god, I do not want to implement this. This is too I do not want to implement this. I had finished. I wanted to do something else. So okay, let's suppose that I am right. Let's suppose it. So here I am once again. So hit checkout stuff. So I'm going to create Rescatux draft 5. So this is going to be the place where I do the tests. No, I'm not going to do that here. I'm going to go to the, but yeah, but then wait a second, because now I'm going to edit around here, and around here I have this 686, and I'm not sure this is going to work very well with all of this stuff. Oh my god. Okay, let's check. Yeah, I think it's going. So first of all I'm going to master, and then I'm going to create Linux boot. So loopback CFG. Loopback CFG entries. What's the name with safe stuff? What's the safest stuff name? Fail safe. Okay, so fail safe rework. Let's call it like that, and we will see if we like it or not. So yeah, so as you can see, Appen Live and LB boot Appen Live I'll save is something, it's the same thing. So what we want to do is to put this here so that this is the default entry. Okay, so let me check all of these tabs. So is this the same line? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and here, and maybe there's no, it's not like this. Okay, so now if there's the auto, there won't be a fail-safe mode. Okay, but we actually want a fail-safe mode. So I'm not sure. Don't you think that, yeah, this needs another here. So this, yeah, so like this. Yeah, here we are. So here we need another entry like this. So this should be like here. So if we want the loop by file safe, if there's something, then we put the thing about. So going to copy all of that and going to indent it, and we will see. So yeah, so I'm going to indent it with tabs. Okay, so now the only thing that we want to modify is the LB boot Appen live saves, which is used here. So I take disk and I just put it here, and so live system auto detect. So wait a moment. So here there's the fail-safe mode, and that's what we're going to put here. So it's going to be auto detect fail-safe mode. Okay, and here fail-safe mode. I'm not sure. Yeah, if I modify around here, it's not going to merge anyway. It's not going to merge. But maybe we've got failsafe. Okay, so failsafe mode is after the after the kernel version, so that's okay. So now that I am at it, I can modify this so that Apple Life has like this. You know what I mean? So this is the rework. So if we are not doing the auto, then we use the default entry, and we use the failsafe mode if we have to use it. However, if we are using the auto, then we will use an auto entry with the failsafe. Okay, so now I like this. So I'm going to do a commit. So hit div. Okay, and this is more or less, this is okay. So the commit is going to be failsafe entries rework at binary loopback cfg. Okay, as always, I have not added this, and commit has not been done. So okay, and that's it. So now I guess I can go to the TMT4, but as I'm not very sure, I'm going to the TMT3, and I'm going to make out of it the TMP4, so that I can test if it's going to merge properly or not, the rework failsafe rework, which is around here, because I'm not sure this is going to merge successfully. Yeah, it's working, my friend. You cannot believe it, but it's working. So now I can why the hell is okay, build package. Now I can build a package. And I can install it, and I can ask for a new build. Okay, but before doing that, I'm going to change Rescatux packages, and because I'm bored of seeing always the same build, the same thing. So this is the Rescap, which we had done something in between. And if you go here, there's the make Rescatux common packages. Yeah, I think so. So there should be LXDE somewhere. Wait a moment. Where is LXDE package? It should be this one, but I have not any LXDE properly defined. How is this possible? That why the hell is there an UI in my? This is interesting. Why is there a UI in the first place? LXDE. Okay, I do not want to search into live build throot and etc. There should be, so let's do it with the recursive stuff. Okay, make common desktop meta package. Okay, so make common desktop meta package somewhere. So here there is the LXD. So I'm going to put the LXQT because I saw the LXQT. So the task has showed the task and I didn't see anything relevant. So if you go to packages, let me show you. If you go to packages, debian.org, and you search for task LXQT desktop in Stretch, which is the current stable, you will see that it depends on LXQT. Okay, it depends on SDDM, which I do not need. It depends also on this theme, which I don't need. It depends on task desktop. Oh, that could be interesting. It depends on task cell, which I don't know why. So it depends on task desktop. This could be interesting. It recommends Firefox, GNOME, and so on. So Exchange, Synaptic, System Config Printer, which we don't need. We don't need to print anything in Rescatux. So desktop base, okay, Xorg, yeah, EW. So maybe it's interesting to have leave SRBG to common, to just common. Maybe not. Okay, so this task desktop should just some stuff, but so this is the Xorg. So if I put a task, I do not have to take care about the Xorg packages. So I'm going to put the task back, but if the ISO is too big, I will try to just use LXQT and search exactly what I want to, because else, as you can see here, it's going to install, yeah, it's going to be installing SDDM, and I do not need that SDDM for anything. So yeah, so I'm going to use LXQT and task desktop, and task desktop it's going to install the Xorg. That's what we are going to do. Else it will be too big. So task desktop and LXQT. That's what we're going to install here. So okay, let me where am I? So lxqt and test desktop. So lxqt and test desktop. So we do like that. So maybe we could make a branch here so that it works somehow. Okay, so once we have done this, we also install this new version, I think. And now we are on TMP4, which all of the stuff. So now we can try to build this, and we will see lxqt how it goes. And by the way, I'm supposing that this desktop mecha package can be used with spaces and several packages, and maybe it's not. Custom package list folders. Okay, maybe not. Maybe yes, maybe not. We will see if this is a problem or not. So this is going to build. So now I have more branches to go about. So I'm going to brighten them down. So this was the branches. So the first branch, it's about the MED64, which is the quick test 3. So this is the first branch. The second branch was about using 686 instead of 486. So it's this one. The other branch is about the entries which were not there, which is the all showing all kernels, which is here. And then we rework all of the what's the name? We rework all of the what the hell are we reworking? We rework, yeah, that's the isolinux. And then rework failsafe entry. And there's something rework failsafe. There should be a name which I'm missing around here. Okay, so here it is, failsafe rework. Okay, and here we are. So this is reported, and the other ones we need to send them. Pending to report. Pending to report. Okay. So these three files modify loopback to CFG, and this one does not. And then we have done this lxqt change, which I'm not sure it's okay, but hopefully it is. Python 3 minimal. So hopefully this works quite well, and we can see lxqt finally in Rescatux, so that we have a light desktop environment which is based on Qt and not the GTK, which I don't like myself personally. But I suspect that LXD is going to be small in size compared to LXQT, but well, we will see if it's too much or not. Have you seen here have you seen here Linux image? This was too much work, so that it finally managed to build. So okay, so we need to report these branches, and so I guess that we should do a commit about this change, but I'm not sure if I want to commit this because well, we are in a stretch branch or not. Yeah, but do I want to make a branch for LXQT only, or maybe not? Or do I want to put everything in under one commit, or maybe not? That's some stuff that I have some doubts. So let's do a commit, and if I want to add more stuff to the same commit, I will amend it, and that's it. So added. So LXDE was replaced by LXQT. Yeah, we have done it. Okay, so is this building an updating Lido? Okay, that's great. So this is this is building Rescatux, and so we will wait for it to build, and I think once it has built and we have LXQT, I will call the day back, and I will continue another day, and I will send the patches offline. I mean, I will not stream me sending the patches, but I will for sure send them to the live build what's the name, to the live build book system, to Debian, so that they can use them. And yeah, so I'm coming back in 5 minutes or so. So I leave you with this build. Okay, so now the th root is being built, and this was in, where was it seen? I saw it somewhere. Well, live build th root and so on. So yeah, binary with which builds the ch root. Okay, so let's fix this stuff about CPU limit so that you can hear to me what I'm saying before. Here there is. Okay, so now YouTube should not be saying that this is wrong. Free drum. Okay, so hopefully this is going to end soon, and so this hit status, I'm not sure if I have pushed everything, because yeah, maybe I don't want to push everything yet, but we will push the one about failsafe rework once it works, and this TMP4. So LXQT instead of LXDE is in progress. So there's this greeter, and this is already done too. So the isolinux, maybe it's something that we can take a look at. And this TFH tier path we could check. Yeah, we could check if we have built Rescap, but we have not. And now I do not want to build Rescap. I'm tired. Though it's quite easy, and I do not want to mess with Rescap right now. So here they have done something about this. It's nice that they have another GUI, and they have this language stuff. Maybe here there is the language from locales. Language from locale. Country from locale. Okay. Countries from locale. Table window. Interface providing function to translate a window on the fly. Okay. Region setting once again. Text setting. It's the same code. Region setting. Get tree. Okay, so by default they use NUIs and NUS, and I guess that somewhere they're going to set in system localist list. So I guess that they are using some data from where get lang codes. Okay, fill language dict. Okay, so get lang codes. So with open lang default lang code paths. Okay, that's nice. So this is config. So default lang codes paths, which comes from the config. And yeah, well, I can't. Okay, I cannot copy this because it's not selected. So the full lang codes it's from tails greeter.config. So tails greeter.config is, it should be this one. So here there is tails.locale. So the files are, or user HL. Okay, so the paths are there, and this is the path user HL tails greeter language code, default language lang codes. I should be downloading the last tails version to know how tails greeter, how is, what's the current design for it. Okay, so let's wait for this to build. So this is building Rescatux once again. So let me search this. How do I build my software? Online. Okay. Let's see if I can manage to. Build open source online. Okay. No. Build bot. Open build service. Build open source business. No. Open project. What's this? Yeah, but that's documentation. Okay, so GitHub BuildBot, the continuous integration framework. BuildBot can automate. Yeah, that will be nice. So yeah, I have a repository of changes, worker, email stuff. Framework with batteries. Yeah. Jenkins. Get started. I'm going to read this Debian block. Was it the name? No, it was Debian Planet. I remember having read something about this, so I'm not sure. I do not always load my R packages, but when I do, I just drop the repo. Okay, so let me search for droplet here. Let's see if there's something. This I should be waiting for the CSS and civil remote WSC. Okay, so let's search for droplet. Digital Ocean. Okay, droplets. Okay, and if I search for build, I will find a lot of stuff. Using Propeller to provision your Debian development laptop. Okay. Let's build reproducible builds. Okay. Custom Propeller. Stupid long road. Bitcom node. Let's see if it has finished. Yes, it has. So now, if I'm right, if you go into, what's the name? If you go here, yeah, if you go here, binary boot group CFG, we should have this thing about group, which is how to detect if well, maybe we should add here thing about failsafe, but I don't think I care too much about this. Yeah, maybe, yeah. So as you can see, it's the same thing, but this is changing because this is what's the name? This is fail safe and the other one it is not. You know what I mean? And this is the fail safe mode. So now if I start the virtual machine, you will see that it works more or less. So now we have live system up to detect in fail-safe mode 666 AMD64. So we are going to just go into auto detect, but because this should be working, so that the grub.cfg file is correct. You can trust me. I'm a grub expert. You can trust me that this is right. I would put here something about that, about fail-safe mode, but I don't care. It's not the thing that someone else is going to read. Okay. Oh my god, this is so awful. Drop applications icons here. Is this LXQT? Okay, so is it supposed to be so? Okay, so icons do not work somehow. Look at this, nice. So I should have another what's the name? Yeah, another hook, another configuration file, so that this goes to the Rescatux one. But even then, this is not working. There's something about leave. Oh my god. Where is Alex terminal? Okay, Alex terminal is no longer here because it does not come with LXQT. This is going to be fun. So let's see if I can install something here quick. So let's install what's the name? Alex. So PCman is here, but this is PCman QT. So PCman QT as desktop. Maybe that's we need. Okay, yeah, I want to run this as my user. Okay, I don't know. So this is probably because I have the suggested packages not being installed. So let's suppose I ask to install the LXQT desktop package. So as you can see, it's going to install the QML module Qt Quick 2 and the SDDM, which I don't know why we would like them. And then they recommend you a lot of packages, but so yeah, I don't think I want to. What's this QML module about? Wait a second. Let me search it in my other screen. QML module Qt Quick 2. So Qt is a cross-platform, yeah. Qt Quick 2 QML module for Qt, but QML. Controls. User interfaces. Okay, I think this is just SDDM requirement, and we're going to see the same stuff which we don't like. So I thought LXQT was better, and it has a gray and not a black thing. I should be seeing this, so I'm going to try to log out. Yeah. Okay, so and we enter once again. Okay. So that's the preferences. So show menu. Okay, so and there's the okay, so this is working, but this is not, because yeah, maybe it's the right way, but some icons do work, other ones. Okay, so the Rescap used PCMan FM icon from the LXDE, so it makes sense that I'm not seeing. And this one used also a folder directory from LXDE, so it makes sense, but this should have an icon here, I think so. But yeah, somehow it's working quite well. So maybe we need the LX terminal. So why isn't there LX stuff? So if I want, so there's the LXDE terminal emulator, but there's no an LXQT term or something, isn't it? Okay, so let me search for LXQT and see if there is a terminal which I'm missing, which has a name which I'm not aware of, because else this terminal doesn't need anything. So okay, so this is everything. So these are libraries, so viewer, build tools, common config, about, admin config, global keys, OpenSSH, ask pass. Okay, panel, power runner. Okay, session sudo meta package core notification D panel. We could just install the LXQT core and that's it. Policy kit, power management, Qt plugin. Okay, LXQT run sudo. So we want to install the LX terminal, I think so, yeah. Let's see, this is going to install some stuff. So and there's the leaf pad stuff. Now there's LX terminal, which is something better than the other terminals. So we might want to add LX terminal to the make common stuff. So this is LX terminal, and we will see if we want to add more stuff. So I had LX terminal. I'm going to okay, that way. Okay, so LX terminal. So there was something. So the file manager. Do we have a file manager? No, we don't have. Yeah, we have a file manager. Okay. Without no icons, which is awful, but we have a file manager. And if I go into desktop, Rescatux, which is a desktop, I do not have the lib. I do not have. So open with other application. There's not the Beam. Yeah, I'm going to edit with Beam. No, I'm not going to edit with Beam. So I need LeafPad or something like that. So I probably need to take a look at LXDE or other ISOs which uses LXQT, or maybe what's the name, Lubuntu, yeah, Lubuntu or LXQT, but or maybe I need to check the task LXQT package from Unstable, because it should have more stuff built into it, I guess. So here this is Stretch, but what does happen in Sit? Do we have more stuff or not? So recommends. Maybe I should take a look at recommends, but I do not see any what's the name? Any editor. So text editor. That's quite strange. So if you go into LXDE desktop, so where is LeafPad? It's not there. LX task, LX launcher. Okay. So I'm going to add LeafPad to the stuff here, and we will see, because this is not a desktop meta package. This is some packages put here which I'm not sure I want them to be here, but in the meanwhile I'm going to add it, to commit this, and that's it. So yeah, okay. So it more or less work, although it's quite tedious to see this. So I need to change this icon, and this is not working. They should open a file so that they can check. You can put I can use a given I want to use LXQT. Why isn't this working? There's something wrong here. Which something wrong. Okay. We'll have to go to LXQT people and ask them about this, because I'm not sure. Okay, so let's push some branches and then we will see. So it was the failsafe rework, which, yeah, so I want this to put it into origin, and I want the team pick 4 to be put to, so that it goes online. Okay, so now we are done. Yeah, we are done, but I will just launch this build so that I can see how it goes with all of this stuff. So I will try to check the Debian LXQT people to see what the hell do they have in here. But well, in closing what's the name? I'm stopping the stream. Yeah, that's the name. Okay, more spam.